Hey guys, hope everybody had a really lovely weekend. And we are starting a new week of spell work and readings. Before I go into the topic I have picked for today, I just want to let you know on some exciting news. And a lot of you guys already know this, but for those of you who still don't, I now officially own a magical business called Six of Cups. Um, I'm a proud owner, and the name is the same as the channel. I picked the name because I wanted something that would represent my practice, basically. And I was thinking for like a few seconds, honestly, what that could be. And it was pretty clear it has to be Six of Cups. Six of Cups is, by the way, my favorite tarot card, always has been, even before. Even when I was really, really young, it was always my favorite tarot card. And that just seemed like the perfect name. Now, what is changing? First of all, prices are the same, staying the same, at least for now. I'm really trying to keep everything affordable. So the increase in prices that has happened lately was only with some spells, and it was only $5. So majority of you guys already know that. Everything else is staying the same. Obviously, the payment methods are different now because I have official bank accounts for the business, and I have a business PayPal. So basically, to avoid the fees for you guys, I have two different bank accounts. One is for the Europe based clients and the rest of the world, and one is for the US clients. And the reason why there's two is because if you guys from the US were paying me on my account in Europe, you would need to pay fees, and I really wanted to avoid that for everyone because I know that sucks basically. And some of you have been complaining about the PayPal fees, which I completely agree. PayPal sucks, but I did open a business PayPal as well, just to have that option. If somebody wants to use it, they can. It's a different PayPal because everything is now Six of Cups basically. So those are the news. And now let's get into the topic of the day, which is basically about people changing their minds. This is one of the biggest issue we are having in my practice. And I believe that this is one of your biggest block and one of your biggest limiting beliefs. And this is something I have noticed in coaching and just with talking to you guys, doing consultations with, people and all of that. I have noticed that there's like this big limiting belief that your person cannot change their mind, basically. So you're like, but I don't see how this situation could get better. I don't see how they could change their mind. Okay, well, guys, first of all, people change their mind all the time. This is a fact. I would never say something that's not a fact. They do. And usually, anger is an emotion that doesn't linger. Anger doesn't linger for too long. Sure, sometimes it can. It will depend on the situation, on the person. But for the most part, anger is not that type of emotion that lingers. So with time, it just kind of disappears. Have you noticed that? Think about it when you were angry, when you get really angry, and you can be angry for a longer period of time if it is something really serious. But then, as time passes, you will not be angry anymore. You will forget about your anger. It will kind of disappear, right? Another thing is that how many times have you had a situation like this? So actually, just today I was thinking about something, and yesterday I ran into this guy that used to hang out with one of my friends, and this guy and I were never on good terms. We were never friendly, and he had a really negative attitude towards me. Should I put it like that? He was hostile towards me and like really mean also for no reason. And of course, then I was just doing the same. And this was really long ago, when I was a kid, honestly. And then over time, it just kind of stayed like that because we never liked each other as kids. So we never liked each other later on in life. And it was just something that was kind of, we were programmed like that, right? It was just something that we learned. And now, yesterday we had such a lovely chat and we hugged, and it was genuinely a lovely chat. It wasn't faking it, it wasn't pretending, because we have no need to, because why? We actually get along really well now, and we are friendly. It's not like we're friends, but we will see each other from time to time. We will run into each other, should I say. It's not like we make plans or we text or anything like that, but we will run into each other and we will have a really nice chat, and it will be really nice, and it will be about deep topics. It will just be really lovely. And I was just thinking, how did that happen that we are so friendly? And I really like this person. I'm like so happy when I see this person. How did that happen? Because if I go back in time, it was really ugly, our connection. It was really ugly. And how is it so beautiful now? And I just don't even know how did the transition happen, because to be honest, I think that we just happened to be in the same social setting a few times and started talking, I guess, and decided to be friendly, and it kind of happened from there. So nothing drastically happened. Nobody like apologized to anybody. Nothing special happened. It was just like a natural thing that just happened. And a few years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, I would never think that's gonna happen ever. So, how many situations have you had like this? When you were really on bad terms with somebody and then later you became friendly or even friends? Or maybe you had a friend and you had an argument and you didn't speak for a few years and then you just started talking again. How many times has that happened to you? Because it happened to me a million times, probably so many times. So, guys, if they could change their mind and if you could change their mind, obviously everybody can change their mind. And this is something that has happened to every single person alive, I'm pretty sure. To every single person. So, why is there a limiting belief that it can't happen with your ex? It happens all the time, and I want you to remember that. And I really want you to open your beautiful hearts and your beautiful brains, and to get rid of that limiting belief that does not belong there, the limiting belief that doesn't serve you, the limiting belief that's not even yours. Just get rid of it. It's your fears, it's your anxiety, it's not the truth, it's the trauma talking to you and lying to you, guys. Yes, things can change. They can change tomorrow. They can change in an hour. They can change right now. Maybe they're changing right now. And people change their mind all the time, especially with the skull spell, as you guys know. They change their mind all the freaking time. They really do. How many times have you changed your mind about somebody? I bet a lot. So why wouldn't this person change their mind about you? Why do you think that? That's very interesting to me, because clearly you would agree with me that people do change their mind all the time. And with all the evidence I have provided, just a moment ago, you would say, yes, that has happened to me. Yes, that does happen. Yes. And then you have to ask yourself, why do I think that with this specific X, this cannot happen? And be honest with yourself, because there is an answer, and it's probably not something even related to this X. Because the first thing that will pop to mind will probably be, oh, it's because I said all of those things, or because I texted too much, or because we had a huge argument, or you're gonna think about something regarding to the situation. But situation doesn't matter, because think about all the situations you had with all of these people that did change their mind, and when you changed your mind as well, the situations were probably not that great. Situation is irrelevant. It's not about the situation. Why do you think this person can't change their mind about you? Think deep. It's about you. It's about what you think about you, that you're not good enough for them to change their mind. Perhaps it's that. I don't know. You tell me. Perhaps it's that you're just never chosen, somebody else always is. Think about what is the reason behind this. Because there is a reason behind this, guys. I promise you. And it's not about the situation. Think deeper. Always think deeper. Always, guys. And you can think deeper. You have good instincts. You have good intuition. There's magic inside of you. Use your brains as you do all the time and think deeper about this. So, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. And I hope that everybody that has just listened to this audio has automatically changed that limiting belief or will work on changing it. People change their mind all the time. Bye, guys.